Why do most solopreneurs fail to make an income in the first 3 months? And you might say, wait a second, 3 months, maybe 6, maybe 12. And here's the problem, that you give yourself too much time. And you think like, no, I'm gonna make this, I'm gonna make that, and it's all right, it's okay, you know, everybody also, not everybody makes an income, have an income in the first months, and that's the problem. You're too soft and you're giving yourself too much slack, and you say like, you know, I'll make this, then I'll make millions. That's the problem. But that's the problem which we're going to solve, and here are the 3 mistakes which every solopreneur does. I've done them, everybody has done them. But the sooner you can see them, the sooner you can start adjusting, fixing them, so that you can start to have an income. Otherwise, you don't have an income, then you stop because you don't have cash flow, you don't have oxygen, and you can't breathe, you can't move forward, and you go backward. And then you say, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not good, maybe my service, maybe the business, oh my gosh, I can't do it. And then you just fail. So let's fix it right now. And I'm gonna show you some stories, because everybody goes through this stage, everybody has done these mistakes. So let's start with this. There are 3 elements, and then we'll jump into the mistakes. But there are three elements. The number 1 is you as a solopreneur, as a business owner. Then there's the second element. There's your service. There's your service, your product, whatever the problem you solve. And there's your customer. So very simple, right? You know that. I know that. You know that. It's all good. But I can assure you one thing, that we sometimes just forget about it. We just forget about it. And we start to become overly focused on ourselves, or overly focused on the product, on the service, or overly focused on the customer. If you miss one of these 3, you have lost your focus. You've lost the most important thing. You have to always have these 3 in your mind, always. And every decision should connect these 3. You, the service, the problem you solve, but that's a whole big umbrella, and the customer. Every decision, every step at the beginning, when you're on the first months of your startup as a solopreneur, these 3 should always be there. You, your service, and your customer. Never separate them, because that's what a business is. You creating as a leader, as a solopreneur, as a service provider, there's the service and there's the customer. So the mistake number one, you want to become so serious. You want to have a very serious service. What do I mean by this? SS, serious service. You see that at the beginning, we all do this mistake. Why? Because we're so focused on ourselves. And we are so afraid of how we're going to be perceived. And are people going to trust us or you or not? And that's the problem. You're worrying about the wrong thing. You want to make your service so serious. So think about it in this way. There are fruits, and there is a Macedonia salad. Okay? Good. Now, what do we do at the beginning? We want to make a Macedonia salad. But that's exactly your mistake, my mistake, and everybody's mistake. Before you become a master chef at fruit salad and so on and so forth, stop focusing on the Macedonia salad. You want to put in this service and that, and to make it like this, and for them, and for everybody. You want to make it good and appealing to everybody. And you're so focused on just complementing stuff and putting things together so that you can make it more appealing, more sexy, and so on and so forth. And you think that this is going to attract more people and people are going to buy. No, that doesn't work this way. Why? Because if you haven't built an authority in the market, you have to understand that it's much easier to find somebody who's looking for a fruit, because a Macedonia salad somebody likes more like this, somebody wants it more sweet, somebody likes it with a pineapple, somebody doesn't like the cucumber, so on and so forth. There's so many variations. So for that, you need to understand the marketplace, you have to understand the customer, the types of the customers, and so on and so forth. And you have to have some authority, but you don't have it. You're a solopreneur, you're right at the beginning. So you have to understand that it's much easier to focus on one fruit. and start with the fruit. This is the first mistake, and I know it might hit your ego a little bit, but it will be so much easier if you understand what's the one thing I can solve. Let me tell you one thing. When I've started to provide leadership consulting for entrepreneurs, and not only, what I started to do is in emotional intelligence, and the critical thinking, and the analytical thinking, and the marketing, and the this, and the that. But when I started to focus on one thing, I started to help entrepreneurs to solve their anger management, their anger issues. Because I'm good at that. I'm naturally good at that. I'm strong in psychology. I'm good at self-understanding. I'm good at understanding others. I can easily spot your biases, and I can really fastly help you to figure out where this is coming from and what are you doing, what's triggering you, and so on and so forth. So when I made my offer super clear, I can help you to manage your anger so that you can accomplish your things without this emotional turmoil. People started to come in. It's much easier because they were so attracted by that pain which I was communicating, and that's much easier. Now, once you put your foot in, then you can start talking, helping, solve, and you grow your authority, you grow your expertise. People start to understand you, to know you, you start to know them, and you build trust, and then your expertise enlarges, and then you can solve bigger problems. But we want to jump right straight into the bigger problem, and that's is going to hold you broke without making income. Number two, the second mistake. The second mistake is that you talk too much about the fruit. So I'm going to go straight into the solution. Stop talking about the fruit. People don't care about the fruit. You are not special. The fruit is not special. What is special is your customer and your story. Start with your story. You are not special, and the fruit is not special. There are so many fruits on the market. There are so many like you who are doing the very similar thing, and you have to make it unique, but it's very hard to make a fruit very unique. So what you can make very unique is your story. Bring your story to the table and focus on how unique is the customer. Think about their story, what they are going through. If this video was more about marketing, then I'm focusing so much on the fruit. But if I focus on your pain, you not having income in the first 3 months of your business, now I'm focusing on your story. And where my story becomes relevant is me sharing with you the fact that at the beginning, I tried to look too good because I had ego issues, which pushed me, and me not being aware of it, to appear as somebody who I'm not. And those were my insecurities that were pushing me to make the product so complex, so complete, and so unique, but nobody buys it. But when I say, do you know what? I'm focusing too much on myself. I'm focusing too much on impressing others. Where I actually care is me helping you so that you can see the answer for your critical things, strategic things, so that you can manage your emotions and get things done so that you can serve people and change your lifestyle so that you can have income in your business. And to lead, the leadership is the most personal, the most beautiful, the most profitable, and also the most impactful skill you can have in your business and in your life. But I had to come to it. And that allowed me offering services as helping my entrepreneurs to manage their emotions, their anger, allowed me to build my structure, to build my business, to hire specialists, which were helping me so that then I can promote it in a different way, so on and so forth. But that wasn't possible until I started to focus on you as the customer and on my story, sharing struggles and other videos, how I've come to this point. So stop talking about the fruit, focus on the story and on the customer. This is the second mistake. Don't over-focus on what you have to offer. Think about the pain and connect with people and focus on the uniqueness of their problem. Bring your story to the table. That is going to bring a huge change in your business and your mindset, the way you see it. Now, the third one, we mentioned leadership a little bit before. The problem is the idea. People think that idea most solopreneurs think that an idea, or I've got this idea, the idea is the idea. No. The ideas you have about the business, how to build it and how to do it, and how to solve, how to help, that's not the idea. That's just the spark. That's just the fantasy. That's just the imagination. That's not an idea. An idea, a full, complete idea, has 3 elements, 3 parts, so that you can call it and name it as an idea. You have the personal leadership. So how are you going to manage this idea? How are you going to leadership? How are you going to manage it? How are you going to manage your emotions? How are you going to manage your thoughts, your beliefs? So it's all about you. This incubator where you start to generate this spark so that you can create this environment where this spark cannot get just lost like a falling star, but can be a spark for a fire for your future growth. All right? So this is the first element in your idea. The second element in your idea, so that you can call it as an idea, because you're playing with so many ideas, but you're just playing with sparks, not ideas. That's the number one. The second one, that's A, that's B. That's your operational leadership. Unless you have these 3 elements as solution, strategy for your solution, how are you going to promote, which is AKA not talking about the fruit, but having the fruit behind, but bringing the story, connecting with your customers through their pain, talking about their future outcome, about their pain. That's marketing, simply put. And focus. So solution, strategy, and focus. Unless you can take that idea and it can go through your personal leadership, which are your beliefs, your emotions, and your thoughts, so that you can protect this idea. The second one, you take those conclusions from that idea and you now split it in 3 directions. How is this idea going to be a solution for what problem I'm going to solve? How is the strategy I'm going to promote this idea? And how am I going to stay focused on it? And for how long am I going to stay focused on the idea? Not just on all over the place, not just changing your ideas and the sparks. That's operational. And the third element of this idea, this baby, which is from the idea to the project to the customer, that's an idea. The idea is the project. It's not just the spark. We as only kids think about ideas as projects and super something like, oh, I've got it, now I know it. No, you don't. You have to have the whole steps for it. And the third element is the growth leadership. What does it mean? That means while you're thinking about that idea and you're so in love with it, there are 3 elements to it. You have to translate it into a mission statement. Oh my gosh, this is gold, my friend. My brother, if you are a solopreneur and you're right at that stage where you don't have yet an income, you have an offer, if for you it's not clear the mission you're serving, if it's not clear for you, why do you want to serve this cause and you want to fight for this worthy cause, you're going to be shaken and you're going to be stopped and blocked by so many doubts, by so many other ideas. What's your mission? You have to know your mission. Without mission, you are lost. You don't have a direction. The second one, you have to translate that idea into impact. How is this idea, this project, this offer, this service is going to impact the world or somebody else's business or somebody else's life? What is the impact? The impact of this video is that once you start to implement these principles, the impact is that you're going to have something that people desire to have. Why? Because you're making these shifts, which I'm inviting you to do. And inevitably, you'll have to do them sooner or later. You have just no other option. And I invite you to do them as soon as possible. Now, that idea which you're having now, that project on which you are working now, it has to be translated in results. Don't focus on the results first. If you start to focus on the results, oh, I've got the results. Where? No. First the impact. Then the impact decides if the results are good or not. Because those results might be good for you, but they're not good for somebody else. They might not be good for those who need it. Okay? So what's impactful and important for you might not be important for your customer. So let's summarize quickly. is the number one mistakes. The number one mistake. All right, here we go. Almost there. Wow. Okay, let's summarize. Number one, always have the three elements in your head, in your project, in your management, in everything. You, the service, and the customer. Everything, every decision should be aligned with having these three elements constantly present. Now, once you figure out that and you are always connecting them, stop talking about the fruit. That's the number two. You are not special and the fruit is not special. The customer is special and your story is special. Their story is special. That was special. Not your fruit, not your service, not your business. Number three, when you've got now a clearer understanding, your idea is not just the spark, is the personal leadership, is the operational and the leadership and the growth leadership. Once you've got this, you can move forward with so much ease. And I can assure you one thing, that once you've got these three clear and you start avoiding these three mistakes, you will have a clear service, a clear avatar for your customer. You're going to know exactly how much to charge, what to charge for, how to make it appealing, how to make it valuable for your customer so that you can start to have an income for your startup, for your business. Otherwise, you're going to stay broke solopreneur for so long. So, in the description below, there is a link. I invite you to join a free 5-day mission challenge, which will help you to solve all of this so that you can have the clarity, the understanding of what you do, where are you going, and how to get there as fast as possible without watching others succeeding. All right, good. God bless, keep winning, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.